Hey y'all. Welcome to my podcast that I kind of forgot I had. Again, what's new? It's a trend now that I want to forget that I have a podcast. I have somewhere where I can just talk for no reason because I love ranting, and I look incredibly orange because look, for once I'm not wearing black because I bought the Zeppelin shirt because it was on sale, but it's bright yellow. I never wear this color. Speaking of, I heard some people talking this morning in a Twitch chat about how the color yellow signifies or has to do with being a little cuckoo. That's an Easter egg. Has anyone ever read The Yellow Wallpaper? That short story, poem, whatever, is so triggering, traumatic. Don't read it if you haven't read it. So anyways, I do love SpongeBob and all. Once again, what is absolutely wrong with me that I keep talking on this podcast as if you can see it? Yes, the majority of y'all watch this on YouTube, but this is meant to be a podcast. It's audio only, and I'm over here talking about, can you see this neon light cat I have? That's what's making me look red. If you're watching this. Also, my Zeppelin shirt is incredibly cropped, and I hate it, but that's how it came. That's why it was probably on sale. I bet you they didn't sell it at Forever 21 because it was so cropped. I don't like cropped clothing. I look like Winnie the Pooh. Shout out to Winnie the Pooh. Mad lad. But that is the transition for today's topic, which is gatekeeping. Band shirts is what I'm going to talk about. I know, I'm so brave because this is so controversial, but 80% of my wardrobe is band shirts. That's all I wear. Guess what? I actually gatekeep myself. I refuse to buy a band shirt if I don't know at least 3 songs by the band. Here is the only not the only one, because I'm a big dum-dum. I'm an idiot sometimes, all the time. And I forget these things. I forget what I'm talking about. And I also forget to write. I wrote down, for once, I wrote down what I want to talk about today. But I'm probably not even going to follow it because I forget to look at it. But my point being, the only time I'll buy a shirt without knowing 3 songs is if it's an opening band, right? Because I did that with, that was Red Line Chemistry. So if you see an opening band and you really like them, then obviously it makes sense you go to a merch stand and you buy a shirt to support them. Plus, they're pretty cheap most of the time if they're opening band. And this band, Red Line Chemistry, right? I knew 1 song by them, and I met the lead singer that night as well, right after buying the shirt from the merch stand, because he was right there at the merch stand hanging out. It was a Tennessee whiskey shirt, Jack Daniels, right? It's one of my favorite shirts of all time. It's I wear that tank so much. It's obnoxious how much I wear because it fits very nice. What I'm getting at is that's my only exception. If it's an opening band. So then if it's, I'm trying to turn on my PlayStation. I'm getting distracted. Also, what I might end up calling the podcast, The Cat's Meow. Let's be real. Because that was my Tumblr name ages ago. Also, I've started segments on another platform called The Cat's Pajamas, where I wear cat pajamas. And The Cat's Meow, where I just talk about opinions I have that no one probably cares about, or things that are relatable to me and I want to see if anyone else can relate. So I might name this podcast The Cat's Meow. It took 5 episodes for me to think of a name when it could have been that from the get-go, because or I wanted to do something like who let the cat out of the bag, but also who spilled the beans, because I love beans. I don't know. I'm insanely indecisive. I'm sorry. I'm a Libra and nobody cares about zodiac. Also, if you are watching this podcast, you'll notice that I'm all the way on this side. I'm on the freaking right side of the screen because my entire room is a mess. It's just ever since my birthday 2 weeks ago, I don't know what happened. Just a whirlwind of stuff everywhere. So my bed is completely full. I can't even move anyways. The point of this podcast is gatekeeping bands, specifically shirts. Because look, let me just say, I am a girl, in case you weren't aware, and I've worn band shirts. I started wearing band shirts heavily in college, not freshman year, I don't want to say, but I've always had band shirts because I've always listened to rock and metal. Also, my hair is incredibly fluffy. Please ignore. If you can hear my hair, ignore it. I started wearing band shirts a lot in college in hopes that someone who also liked the band would approach me, and then we could talk about my favorite bands, because I can talk about my favorite bands for 3 business days. But no, it never freaking happened. No one ever approached me for my band shirts. Not even to mess with me. Not even to be oh, do you know 3 songs? Not even for that. which I would have absolutely loved because I would have destroyed them and be like, bro, do you want to know every song off of this so-and-so album? One time, this guy I liked approached me in college because of a band. But I'm such a loser and I'm so awkward that I ruined it because I couldn't speak to him. It still annoys me to this day. He was a model, okay? Okay, I gotta stop with that. Also, if you're watching this, I keep saying also, I say also too much. If you're watching this and the video is slanted, no, it's not. Anyways, I never had anyone approach me in regards to wearing a band shirt. Never, ever, ever. And keep in mind, I went to a college, the university I went to was like enormous, gargantuous, huge, 50,000 plus students. And I would walk like absolute miles a day to get from one class to another on campus for like 5 years. No one ever stopped me, okay? So I've never felt that kind of approach of gatekeeping, but I really want to know everyone's opinions on it. If you could comment on this video, or you could just like lurk and stuff. How do you feel? Honestly, like, I don't know. For me, it's so bizarre because I think, oh, if a person's wearing a band shirt and they genuinely don't know the band, but they're wearing the shirt out of necessity, it's fine. But it does kind of come off as being a poser, okay? Kinda. If you legitimately don't even know one freaking song by the band, at least know their more popular song. Like, I'm wearing a Zeppelin shirt right now, okay? If I see you wearing a Zeppelin shirt, please at least know a whole lot of love, you know? Like, know something, even if you don't know Stairway, because I feel like Stairway, considering it's their biggest song, it is a bit niche because the song is so long and it's pretty quiet at the beginning. Like, you don't even hear Bonzo until like half the final part, you know? So anyways, but Whole Lot of Love, my grandmother knows Whole Lot of Love, okay? I'm not even making sense. I do, like, I gatekeep myself, so I don't buy a shirt unless I know 3 songs by the band, okay? So I want to know your thoughts about that. Also, I was thinking about gatekeeping as in a whole. Sometimes, like, for instance, my favorite band of all time, if you're watching this, they're right here, 10 Years. I have their posters all around my room. They probably have a restraining order against me because I don't think they like me. They're probably tired of me. I've seen them live 8 times and I've met them every single time. I know every single one of their songs. 10 Years. When you go see 10 Years, it's odd with this band, okay? Because I bet you, I brought it up right now, you don't even know who they are. Unless you've been watching me for a while, then you know like to a T who they are. But most people don't know my favorite band of all time. And the thing is, if you go see them at a small venue, without doubt, you can meet Jesse, the lead singer, whom I named my cat after. You can meet the lead singer, which is like the best thing ever. And he's not actually going to have a conversation with you because he's so cool like that. What I'm getting at is I can meet my favorite band whenever I want if I go to a small venue. If my favorite band is playing a festival, there's no way you're meeting them unless you make that long line for meet and greet, which is almost impossible. The only way I met them at the festival for meet and greet was because I had the VIP package I won that one time where they let me do whatever I freaking wanted at the festival, and that's when I first met 10 Years, which was like 11 years ago. But anyways, that makes me think, if your favorite band is like Tool, you know, you like math, you like the Fibonacci sequence, if you like Tool and Mayonnaise Jam, when the heck are you gonna meet Maynard? For one, he doesn't want to meet you, so there's that. Well, let me give you a better example. The Foo Fighters. How the heck there's no chance you're meeting Dave Grohl at a concert, okay? Like, you get what I'm saying? So that, I don't think that falls under gatekeeping, but my point being, do y'all care about who listens to your favorite bands? Do y'all? Because honestly, for me, it's like the more the merrier. Even if they're like a little bit poser, like maybe they don't even genuinely like rock or metal, but they want to fit in with the crowd, heck, I'll take it. Because freaking my bands deserve it all. Like, I want my bands, they don't get enough views, okay? Like most of my bands, except Zeppelin. Which I'm going to get to in a point when I get to the part of this in my podcast where I tell you the songs that have been stuck in my head. I'll tell you my top 5 favorite bands of all time. And some of them are pretty famous. But I'm trying to get at, I just want to know what everyone else thinks. Because I'm over here like, just me and my thoughts. I want to see what other people think. So that's the podcast for today. Do y'all gatekeep band shirts? Or do you even care about it slightly? Because let me be real. This Zeppelin shirt is from Forever 21. Doesn't get more poser than that, you know? But you can find a Zeppelin shirt anywhere. Walmart, Target. Which is a first for me. I've never had a favorite band that I can literally find anywhere. And I hate Zeppelin. I'm just kidding. If you're new to me, howdy. But half of the time I'm not I'm joking. I don't take anything serious except Sirius Black. But anyways, because I did my waiting, 12 years of it. So do you care if your favorite band, like, okay, here's what I bet you, like Slayer and Pantera bros, I'm sorry I called you a Pantera bro, like do y'all care? Like Iron Maiden, I think with them, like I feel like Iron Maiden is insanely chill, so their audience wouldn't care if you're wearing their shirt and don't even know the Trooper. You don't even know who Eddie is. Do y'all care? Y'all like bigger bands, do y'all care if someone's wearing the shirt and doesn't even know their most popular song? Does that matter to you? Unless, like I said, if the shirt is for necessity, like it's like someone in another country that has no idea and they just bought the shirt because they needed a shirt. Doesn't matter. That disqualifies the whole purpose of this. So anyways, and also, do you gatekeep your band because you want them to remain small? Not tiny, but I mean like you don't want them to sell out, and you want them to continue being, because look, most bands are still kind of wholesome even when they sell out, except Mayonnaise. But I'm just kidding. You can meet Mayonnaise if you really want to. You just gotta go down to Arizona Bay. Or you can just go to his vineyard, whatever. I wouldn't go because he likes hair way too much, okay? I mean, he grows his wigs very fast, but okay, I'm getting off a tangent. Y'all don't, that's such a niche talk. That's such a tool, bro, dog. And let me tell you, A Perfect Circle is one of my favorite bands of all time. They will be mentioned in a few. Because I've gotten back into drawing and art. So stoked. I'm back into drawing. And I almost exclusively listen to A Perfect Circle when I'm crafting. I don't know why. I've been like that for like 10 years. So anyways, I think it's time now for songs that are stuck in my head. And I have so much to talk about on this topic because something happened to me today. But I'm kind of tired of talking. I've talked too much. My throat. So, songs that are currently stuck in my head. Right off the bat, something that has changed in my life is Twitch. I have returned to Twitch. I'm streaming more. Not really. But I'm on Twitch. Like, I'm literally on Twitch. If I have free time, I'm on Twitch. Like, all the time. And I hadn't been on Twitch since 2018 when I used to watch streamers a lot. And now, it all happened because of a dang cowboy. And it happened because I was suggested Lo-Fi Cardboard Cowboy on Twitch, which is, I was just blown away. I was like, you're telling me this is lo-fi country music? Which is not. It's, okay, there's some country music on there ish sounding Americana, you know, but it's not just country music, but it's good music. It's so good. And I watched that for like a week until I freaking read the title and realized, oh, there's a streamer attached to all of this. I started watching Cardboard Cowboy. This cowboy has been streaming for absolute years and I've never heard of him. And then he has like 10 to 20 different streamer friends that I've never heard of either, but now I have, and now I'm like stuck on a solid 5 of them that I watch all the time. It's just bizarre to me how I miss these things, and I feel like it's like that with everything. Like, you just miss things for absolute years and then you feel horrible because you're like, man, I'm late to the party. The train left without me. The train left the station and I'm jumping on the bandwagon. What I'm trying to get at is that Cardboard, like, he's like, I'm a cowboy main, so that's my favorite Twitch channel. Like, I actually make an effort to make sure and watch. I only can't watch on Saturdays, but whatever. But I make an effort to watch his streams. And like I said, he has his own original music, right? And there's 3 songs that are so good, but they freaking only belong to the stream, so I can't listen to them whenever I want to. Either I watch the lo-fi stream, which I subbed myself to, so I could watch it. Because I love the little coffee mug emote. Anyways, you can listen to the music on the stream, or I go watch his VODs. I watch his VODs all the time just to listen to these songs. There's 3 songs. One's called Even Cowboys Cry, Rye Whiskey, and The Phoenix is Reborn. I absolutely adore these songs, and I'm the type of person, I've said this before, if I really like a song, I'm gonna listen to it on loop for like 2 months. And it's so hard to do because I can't have the songs because they're freaking only on the stream. Anyways, this looks like a coffee mug if you're watching the stream. What the heck? It's just a reflection of the cat. That's so cool. It's right there. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is these songs all sound familiar to me, and I'm big on this. This is one of my favorite hobbies of all time, is finding songs that sound like each other. I just love listening to a song, especially the first time, and then saying it sounds exactly like, and then I spend like a day looking for the song and then I find it. That's just the best feeling to me. And I hear saying, oh, they copied so and so. Like, hello, I listen to Zeppelin. I don't care if you borrow a song from someone, okay? I know it's a bit shady, but whatever. We'll talk. That's for another podcast at another point in time. Freaking When I first heard Rye Whiskey on Cowboys stream, I kind of knew the lyrics, and it was beyond me. Why did I know the lyrics? Freaking Robert covers it all the time. But anyways, I wrote about it on the Discord because I was so beyond myself that I'm like, I'm such an idiot. Why am I so dumb sometimes? Why do I not realize this? It's also covered by Bob Dylan. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. I don't even know. I was like, why do I know the lyrics to this song I've never heard before? Because I've heard it before many times from various persons. Okay. Anyways, speaking of Bob Dylan, because of that whole ordeal, which I'm not gonna move on from because I can't even show you the songs right now. I can't have you listen to the songs. I was listening to One More Cup of Coffee because Robert also covered that on his Dreamland album, which I actually don't really like the cover of it. I like the original. The beginning, the intro of One More Cup of Coffee, I could listen to that for the rest of my life. It's so good. It's so good. But it sounds like Desecration Smile by Red Hot Chili Peppers. See the freaking my brain like goes to another song, and sometimes they don't even sound alike, but my brain thinks it does. So I've been listening to so much 80s and 90s music. Well, I was already listening to 80s music because of my Duran Duran phase I had last year. I think my last podcast episode was like all dedicated to Duran Duran. Not gonna lie. So anyways, but I've been listening to so much 80s and 90s music, so just in general I'll have a few here. One being freaking Foreigner, because my mom's obsessed with the song right now, so she keeps listening to it. So we got Foreigner. I wanna know what love is. And then I think maybe one of my peak songs, other than Talk Talk, which I already featured last time, one of my peak 80s songs, and Separate Ways by Journey being like my top 80 songs, and like Skid Row songs. Okay, there's so many songs honestly, but I forget absolutely everything when I'm talking here because I'm literally winging it. I'm just talking off of the top of my head. Whatever. Cutting Crew, I Just Died in Your Arms tonight. That's like one of my favorite songs of all time, but I do get bored of it. So what does that mean? How do you define that though? Like, it's one of my favorite songs of all time, but I don't need to listen to it all the time. I just died in your arms tonight. Also, you know what, the house building song, you know what, I'll play the house building song because I can't play any Cardboard Cowboy song, so you get the house building song because I also love it. It's absolute bop and a banger. It's fire. You know what song I keep hearing everywhere, like on Instagram edits and stuff, and I always forget who this song is by, but it's freaking by the Hollies, and it's Long Cool Woman. The beginning of it is just magic. So magical. It gives you like Layla, Derek and the Dominoes vibes. Pure magic. And like I said, I'm listening to A Perfect Circle nonstop because I'm arting again. Okay, I'm doing art, I'm drawing, I'm painting, and I love it. I've missed it so much. It's been a few months only. Last time I arted like for real was last October, so a year ago. It's spoopy time, by the way. I mean, every day is Halloween, but spoopy time now. Can I just say, mashups, AI covers were so good to me, like all the SpongeBob covers. But one that you should listen to is Earth, Kiss and Fire. It's so good. All the apple bottom jeans are so good. Those mashups are insane. My favorite has to be hands down Blue Oyster Cult, because freaking Don't Fear the Reaper is one of the oldest songs I know. I've known that song since I was a freaking kid. Like, I have it embedded in my head. Anyways, I want to end this stream with my favorite bands. Keep in mind that like my favorite band of all time, 10 Years, and also Zeppelin. I don't have one favorite song. I literally, like, 10 Years I love, like at least 25 songs are my favorite. So that's hard. And with Zeppelin, like, it's like 10 songs that are my favorite. So there's that. But what better way to end it than if I'm talking about gatekeeping bands, then I'll give you my top 5 bands of all time and one song from each band that I feel like you should listen to, or that is my favorite song. 10 Years. Is your life worth saving, or is your picture Led Zeppelin. Breaking Benjamin. Chevelle. Seether. A Perfect Circle. Alter Bridge. And okay, Duran Duran, I guess. And yeah, I don't know how to count. Now that you've listened to my favorite bands, or not, whatever, it's on you, you know, but keep it in your conscience that you didn't listen to my favorite bands and they mean the world to me. Anyways, even though I hate the majority of them, I have my reasons, okay? Sometimes I have to separate the art from the artist, okay? Like Zeppelin. But I am a Robert Plant historian. Okay, and I'm for sure, I say this at like every podcast, I forgot at least 50% of what I wanted to say today. I forgot and I left out, and I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life. But I appreciate y'all listening, giving me your ears for however long this rambling was, and rock on.